Okay, hello everybody. We're gonna be back to playing Dawn of Man today. Last time we were able to get more villagers into our settlement, but Horseshoe died of a lion attack. So these are his successors, and we'll be playing with them today. So let me just get a bearing and figure out where we were the last time we were here. I have enough tents. We're doing good on food supplies. Here's a skill tree. Oh, please don't crash. Come on, potato, I believe in you. Okay. So we just need to get this composite tools tech researched, and then we can move on to our next stage. We're doing good on our buildings. I think we're all current. We have enough residences. We're good on storage. I have one of each of these producers put down. And we've got a totem, and then we've got a burial mound back here. So I think we just need to start things and let it go. So what we're gonna try to do is just build up. Is that, hold up. I always get confused because some of the dogs look like a lion. So we just need to build up our skill points for now so we can get those composite tools. Ooh, traders. See if they've got anything good. I need logs to build the tannin station. So let's get some trading done here. We'll give them a flint rock and a fish for 2 logs. That doesn't really seem fair, but if it works for them, it works for me. Okay, so we're gonna get this built, and then we'll be able to make a different set of clothes over here in our crafter. Leather outfits, which are good for the summer. That also gives us a knowledge point, so that's good. So since that's going to start production, we'll also go ahead and set this to automatically have them create summer clothes when they need it. There goes a woolly rhino, just walk straight through the village. That seems like it'd be really scary. You're just sitting around, and then a 500-ton mammal just decides to walk its way across your front yard. Thank you, autosave. We love autosave here. Especially when we're working with potatoes. Added themselves a donkey. Hunted wild donkey, got a skill point. So we're just one away. I'm gonna take a look real quick. I need to start checking for dangerous predators. I don't want to repeat a shoe. We're looking good. I've still got my little dino with me today. I'm so happy that Ham decided to give it to me. For those of you who don't know, because the art stream didn't save, this weekend we went to a Gashapon store in the mall, and she got some cute dinosaurs and got a couple of the same one, so we get to have matching friend dinosaurs. So I'm just going to be holding on to my little dino for the week. And maybe I'll place him next to my Sunning Rock later on. Ham likes dinosaurs a lot. Fruits decayed. There's really nothing we can do about that. Like I said in a prior week of the game, there's just really no way to preserve fruits. We've got drying racks specifically for meat, so fruits are just gonna decay. And that's inevitable. We're so close to being able to research those composite tools. What I can do, it'd be a bit of a dangerous gambit, but you get a lot of points for taking down a mammoth, and we don't really need the resources it would yield because they give high amounts of meat and pelts. We're doing good on those. I'm gonna say it's not worth it, just because it can kill villagers, and I'm trying to be a good person parent. I don't want my people to die. Lizard. Unfortunately, our burial mound went up after Shu fell through the map. So, no one's buried there, and everyone was really sad when Shu left. Usually what'll happen is once a villager dies and you have a burial mound, the survivors will carry them to the mound where they'll be buried, and then they can visit the mound to help alleviate their sadness a bit. So unfortunately everyone was just kind of stuck sad after Shu. Let me see if there's something less dangerous than a mammoth that we could hunt and get the points for. I don't think my people have taken down a woolly rhino, but there's wolves over here. And that would also be dangerous. There's not really a lot. I believe they've already hunted some of these cattle, so I don't think those would be beneficial. So we'll just keep on going. Super excited for us to have fast internet speeds. That'll be so amazing. I want to give you guys the best content I can. Ooh, new human. Oh, a new human. New human. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to give you guys the best content that I can give you. And since I stream music making and art streams as well, it's not really a great experience to have a choppy network. The songs break up, people miss vital things. So we've got our 5 now. So I'm really excited. Now that we've researched these composite weapons, we'll need to get 15 research points to get to the next stage and to activate this. Now each stage comes with different things that happen to the world as well, so it's like the world progresses with you. But for now, we are here. So let's start making these composite tools. And I'm gonna make sure that we're not making lesser versions of the new stuff. So now we have picks and axes. We can harvest resources that we weren't able to before, like these stones need a pick, or these flints. Oh, these flints can be picked up by hand. Anyway, there's certain things that could only be picked up by the pick. And then, of course, certain structures here on the next stage are going to require logs. Or we're going to need axes in order to build new structures within our next period of time. That's one brave hawk. I wouldn't want to fly in a thunderstorm if I could fly. So, get things in there. So they're working on building these up. So that's all good. Right now I don't need to cut down any trees, so we're just gonna leave that as it is. Raiders have arrived. I don't really need anything from them, so we're just not going to do a trade this time. Sometimes the traders have a skill we can research that is in the tech tree. If we give them enough resources, it'll unlock it, but those tend to be pretty pricey, and usually you're not going to have the resources for it, and a lot of times it may not be worth it for the skill they're offering. Some skills are definitely more valuable than others. We've got some bears over here. that we want to watch out for. Luckily, our people don't collect resources that way, so we'll probably be fine. And since we're going to need a lot of skill points, and we've got a lot of villagers, we may go ahead and hunt us something a little more dangerous. I don't believe they've hunted cave bear before. We're not gonna do that woolly rhino. It has a calf and that would be sad. But there's a lone adult male mammoth over here that I think we're gonna try for. As you see, there's a group of people and dogs coming over. Oh, and we're out of storage too. So we were able to hunt the mammoth without losing anyone, so that's really good. And as you can see, it gave us two whole knowledge points. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we just need another storage tent, and it'd probably be a good idea to build another resident tent as well. Let's try to get a resident tent there. And let's put another storage tent here. We're gonna have a lot of pelts for that mammoth, so we're definitely gonna have enough resources to build these and have plenty left over for other things. $15 is quite a lot. We're gonna need to do some more. We're gonna have to watch out here. I didn't realize all these mountain lions were moving in. Hopefully they don't cause a problem. There's nothing really of note right now other than that really close lion pride that could really be a problem for some of our villagers. But now that we've got some better weaponry behind us— Kid, don't go that way! You have a death wish! What are you doing? So what they're doing, I guess there's a walkway here that allows them to cross. And so they're going to be doing this cyclical thing where they walk over here, cross the river, collect the resources, and swim back. Or maybe not, she just swam this way. We have a lone woolly rhino here. We're also gonna go here. Pretty sure we haven't hunted those before. That'll give us plenty of, or at least one new knowledge point. Really want to try to push for that knowledge so we can get into our next phase. Okay, so now we have plenty of space for villagers, and pretty soon we'll have enough storage. Looks like we're a little low on sticks. Let's check our resource area. Yeah, there's just not a lot here, so we may need to go ahead and find a new stick collection site. Let's try to get it in a new area, but still close enough to the village. Oh, there's a bear there. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, we're close to our second tent, which is not really a problem anymore, but I guess it's always good to have plenty of storage. We also want to make sure that they're not storing minerals in, because that's what we have our rock pile here for. We got some production and collection milestone that let us get some more knowledge, so that's good. We may get another dryer down. So let's... Oh, it's happening. Oh no, our pupper! Okay, that was a close one. One of our sweet doggos was badly injured, but they survived. So, Woolly Rhino, we're at 10, so we only need 5 more. And it looks like that was what was needed for the sticks, or stockpiles back up. We just ran out of resources in that area. Everything's going good. Our workload is kind of high, but it's because of all our collection zones. They all have one person assigned to them, and we've got several placed down. Now this place in the future, I think we're going to want to leave the this area here free of buildings, just so we can use it to plant resources. So let's try to keep all our buildings kind of in this little area here. It's a little rough because you can't build on inclines or anything, so you have to have flat land to place any object. Got a lot of predators just wandering around our village. There was a bear that just went that way. Poor shoe was killed right on this hill. Literally just a few steps away from the tents. Oh, I was gonna get a second dryer down. Let's do that. New human has joined the settlement. Welcome, new friend. I believe if we get to 10 villagers, we'll also get a skill point. Well, that'll be nice. More friends and more knowledge. Alright, what you got for me? Definitely don't need meat. We are good. Sorry, friend. We've got all the resources we need. Boy, this got a large queue. There must not be a villager dedicated to crafting right now. Oh, there they go. Working hard. Once we survive the winter as well, we will get a skill point. Every winter you survive, you get a skill point. I don't know if there's any way to tell if we've hunted an animal before or not. And these mammoths, they're getting real close. I wonder if it'll tell us. So yeah, it does tell us. So we can get new knowledge points for hunting bear because we haven't done it before. So we're definitely gonna go hunt us a bear. And there's our survived the winter skill point. Why are you doing it? Okay, I thought she was fighting alone, but she's got backup. So we're really close. We just need 2 more skill points. Alright, let's take a look. We've hunted a rhino. Let me make sure I'm not... Okay, yeah, we need to hunt one of these bulls. I guess I must have thought we hunted it down, but it must have been in one of the prior dimensions too. We'll leave these. And those are bulls. Okay. Storm. So we're doing really good on resources and everything. We don't need to focus production on anything. We're good on tent space still. We've got 3 open slots. We're really close. Oh no! Villager has died of old age! I think it's funny that they take her clothes first before they bury her. Oh, the bull escaped. Oh well. It's not important right now. So as you can see, she buried the villager. Well, no, they hunted the bull after all. Okay, the first villager has been buried, so it takes up a space. They do decay over time, so these can have more spaces in the future. We'll want to keep an eye on it because it does have a limited amount of slots for bodies, though. And we may need to build more in the future. And as you can see, the villagers are going to the mound to try and alleviate some of their sadness at the loss. This tent needs to be repaired, but we've got plenty of resources to do that. We're so close! Just need one more point. Take a look, let's see if anything new is going on in the world. So, I guess the bear hunting skill point bonus is a continual one. Maybe because of the danger it poses. So we're gonna go hunt another bear so we can progress into our next stage. It may take them a while. Their workload is high again. Okay, it looks like... yeah, it looks like a couple people are getting together. I don't see where that bear is anymore, though. Oh, it's hiding in plain sight. So luckily they were able to get him without any casualties. But no, it didn't give us extra skill points for the bear. So I guess those stats don't tell us what we're gonna get per kill. It just tells us in general the first time kill with the point. That poor bear died for... I mean you need a log. There's plenty of sticks. Oh no, infection. I don't know what to do about this. I don't have medicine. Colobians don't get sick. How do I heal you? We have too much meat. It's just rotting. Ooh, new friend. You may not want to be here, new friend. I don't know how contagious. Oh, he's in bad shape. Oh, he's not good. Okay, luckily his health is going up. Yes! Unlock pottery. Now we're in the Mesolithic state. Now we've got pottery. We can begin to collect mud and stuff for a resource, I believe. Let me think. All of these are going to cost 7. They cost a little more. And I'm trying to think of what's going to be... I think most beneficial is going to be both sledge making and these processing. Because this is going to help us transport materials better. And these are going to allow us to collect resources like this. There's a trader here. Let's see what we got. Definitely nothing we need. Okay, let's see. I'm just going through, making sure there's no new buildings. We can do a water collection now. And they'll store water in the village. So let's get a water collection down. So we can't get mud yet, but that's later on. Don't need any logs, so we're good. But now, as you can see, we start having water as a collectible source. How are we doing in storage space? We're doing fine. So just a lot of fruit rotting for no reason. This dog looks so much like a lion. Every time I pass it, it trips me up a little. So they hunted a ibex for the first time, I guess. Which is really surprising because they're one of the most abundant prey items. They just live in a really dangerous area, I guess. Everything that I could possibly eat also wants to destroy me. Blizzard incoming. We shouldn't have anyone that's too far away, so that shouldn't be a problem. The only threat the blizzard really poses is if a villager is too far away, they'll get too cold. Or if they don't have the proper clothing, they'll get too cold and can die of hypothermia. Humans are kind of scary because in concept they're very fragile. They get too cold easily, they get too hot easily, they can break really easily, but their ability to adapt to the environment through tool use and innovative thinking really allows them to go anywhere, which is amazing and slightly startling. Not for Globians per se, we like to have space friends in lots of places. Hot, cold, just right, we don't care. But space meanies really don't like species that adapt quickly or can survive anything. So everything is going fine. We need 7 skill points. Try and get a new thing researched. Since we're doing so good on food, I think we'll research sledges first. Got a skill point for survive in the winter. Gonna check the stream real quick, just make sure we are not lagging badly. Yeah, we're doing good. Hunted wild horse. Plus 1 knowledge. So now we just need 2 more. Oh, okay, yeah, there's what I was talking about. So we reached 10 villagers. We got 3 skill points. 3 whole villagers came and joined our settlement, so we need more tents. Don't want to take up that grain in there. Okay, we'll place that down there. And then let's research. So now we've got a new category we can keep track of, which is our transportation category. So let's have a place where they can kind of collect these. I think we'll put it here, and then we'll get 2 made. And that'll be good for now. Got a skill point for building a lot of huts. And I believe we'll get a skill point for building the sledge. We got our crafters working away. I've got a skill point for building a lot of knives. And we got a sledge. So we're already close to having another batch of research tech under our belt. Or I guess under my communicator band. I don't wear a belt. So once they get this built, which they do need a log, trader. So here's like the skill point thing I was talking about, but it requires a lot of resources. So we would need way more than what we've got. Reasonably, I think. So even if we sold all those, that would only be 70, that would only be 60, that'd only be 130 with our most valuable resources put in. Yeah, this isn't going to be enough either. With these are only 5. So, we're good for now. Let's find a tree. We'll cut down this one. I don't want to cut down anything that produces fruits or tannin. We definitely want to leave those production trees up for as long as possible. Okay, so we're doing good. Keeping an eye out on these boars because they will attack us if they fail. Okay, so we got a skill point for our transport post. So that'll allow us to transport resources better whenever there's been a successful hunt, for example. They won't have to go back and forth. They can only carry the one resource at a time. So with the sledge, they'll be able to carry much more. We'll look around us. We're good on meat and stuff, so I think I am going to I was gonna say turn this off, but it doesn't look like we can just turn this work area off. Yeah. I guess we'll just leave it there. We're not really loaded down with tasks right now anyway. So it's not too much of a burden. Yeah, this game does have a lot of waiting in it. Which is fine. It just means there's not a lot going on in a lot of places. So there's buffalo over here. I don't believe we've hunted a buffalo before. And I don't think we've hunted boar before. But buffalo can be dangerous. We need to be careful. Okay, so luckily all our people made it out good. Okay, and we got our knowledge point for that. So I'm debating whether to get the archery or bone polishing next. I actually don't think we need brain processing. We're doing really great on food. It would allow us to start getting hay, but that won't really do anything for us until the Neolithic period. So this would allow us to get a sickle for harvesting grains. So I think we would need that before we can get to the grain harvesting even. We can unlock another spiritual section, which will give us a new set of buildings for that. Archery would help us with long distance hunting and protection. I think we'll go with this. We'll do the bone polishing. And we will start production on bone knives and bone sickles. Now, since we have the bone knife in production now, we don't need the biface. It's the same tool basically, it's just this one's slightly better. Oh, it looks like biface, I didn't realize this before, biface can be used for harvesting. So they would be able to harvest grain, as long as they had biface tools. That's good to know for the future. Let me check our storage. We're doing good on storage space. Yeah, even the house storage is in a lot of these tents. So as you can see, oh no, we've had another relative die of old age. This guy was using the sledge to carry resources around. and they're using it to carry even their dead to the burial sites. So we're still doing good on space. The other elder's body had decomposed before this one had joined. So we're no shorter on burials for this, yeah. I think it'd be really neat to have a game focused on civilization from a sociological standpoint. A lot of times, these simulation games are based on the production aspects of life. And while there are some things like they do have burial mounds and stuff here, it'd be neat to see a game where you can have customized death and life rituals. Do human join the settlement? For example, this one... Oh, cave lion attack. Sound the alarm. They haven't struck yet. Get all the important people in. Okay. He was in bad shape, anyway. Back to what I was saying. The idea of having different burial practices, for example. I believe this particular game is based on a Western societal settlement, so that's why they have things like cairns and stone burial sites. But there are a lot of cultures that, for example, burn their dead or send their dead down the river, or a combination of both. There are some societies that don't even really bury their dead. They can mummify them and preserve them. Some societies use their old dead relatives as decorations around the village. So that would have been interesting, I think. And then, like, different rituals that the community members make for births and deaths, for example. While there is burial, there's not really any funeral practices. Like, there's no communing of the living, other than to mourn and raise their happiness a little. But there's no, like, party, right? And it'd be neat to have the different burials and then different kinds of parties. Some funerary rituals are very somber. Some cultures, they're very vibrant and energetic. I don't know. I just think that would be a neat colony game where you could have the building aspects and everything, but you could also have the social aspects of everyday practices. But that's just me. I'm not sure if anyone else would be interested in that. And I can imagine it'd be a nightmare to code. Speed things back up. We're not really doing good on knowledge collection right now. We've kind of hit a lull. I've hunted one of everything on the map, I'm pretty sure. We can't just hunt for more resources anymore. And so the only way we're going to be able to get knowledge is if we reach certain milestones. For example, I think we get one when we reach 15 villagers, when we hit production milestones, so on and so forth. And this part of the game is really where it tends to drag. We've got a trader. They have grain processing. Let's see if we can maybe bargain our way into getting there's just no way that's gonna happen. Even if I give all of my most valuable materials. Sorry, no can do. I'm gonna check our stream real quick, make sure we are doing good on lag, and we are. So I think maybe we can go for our 3 hours. Yesterday's stream, the internet gods were angered by my excitement of having a new viewer and follower that they decided to end my stream towards the end and started again. So, hopefully we'll go full 3 hours uninterrupted. Okay, they had a boar. That was the first time we did that. So it looks like we still have something we can rely on for knowledge points. Survive the winter. I forgot we could also get one for that every winter. So we need 4 more knowledge points. We're doing good on production. We're definitely good on food resources. We're good on clothing. Our sledges are still fine. They do decay over time, so that's why it's good to keep an eye out on them. The human was born! So yeah, so once the sledges decay, we'll have to queue up building some more. If I remember correctly, there is a hut later we can get that'll automatically build sledges and other transportation devices. Looks like we've got just a bunch of people idle right now. There's nothing for these people to do. That'll change in the summer. The plants bear their fruits and berries, so there will be a lot of collection of resources there. It looks like the flint was collected. Let's get another flint worksite down. Now, since they have picks, they can mine this a little. They'll mine the top resources. And then later on, we'll get a mining technology that'll allow us to get more from that object. We have 1 flint left, so yeah, it's a good thing we decided to keep that. And as you can see, one of our villagers is hard at work. Cave lion attack. Why does this keep happening? Why do these cave lions have it out for us? Everybody man your stations. New human was born. So we're really close to that 15 person mark, so let's go ahead and get a new residential tent into place. Oh, oh, oh. A new human joined the settlement and took up that last spot immediately. I guess now let's start building on this side. We'll kind of get a circle. And now we're back up at 7. Now I think we're going to do spirituality. So let's look at the buildings that unlocked. So it gave us a new totem. Let's go ahead and place this one down. Maybe we'll place this one over here. That way we have one on this side of the village, one on that side. That one does require logs, and we don't have any of those. Let's... a couple trees we can put down. And then we still just have the burial mounds under the funerary rites. We're doing good on the funerary mounds too. That other body's almost decayed away. Okay. So once they get the log there, they'll build this totem. Got a trader here. Let's see what they have to offer. Nothing we need. We're good. Got a knowledge point for those log collections. We're building up this totem now. And there we go. We've got a skill point for that as well. That work area is almost exhausted too for flint. That's an iron deposit. Okay, we'll move the work area over here once the flint over there is exhausted. We've had another villager die of old age. So there he goes to his final resting. So even though it says it has one body left, the other body was almost completely decayed, so that's fixing the... What the heck's happening over there? Ibex hunted. Got our research, our knowledge point for that. Okay, next we'll go for archery. Storm coming in. Got a knowledge point for all the skins we collected. We just do a quick check here. Everything looks in order. Let's do a storage check. We still have plenty of storage spaces. These tents need repairing, but that'll happen in a moment. It looks like there's several that are in repair right now because of this. Acquired 100 meat, or acquired. We got another knowledge point. Our sledges are doing good. We don't need to build new ones of those just yet. We're good on reduced resources. Let's check this area. It still has flint that can be taken if needed. Everything's going good. Hugh's death was not in vain. This time. It was very much in vain all the other times. So we're good on tents. Knowledge, we're just waiting on a couple more points. I'm gonna make sure we're on a high speed. Whenever events happen, it reverts it back to the default speed. We just want to try and get to the next set of skills. I'm debating between archery and grain processing. Because someone go hunt that. Grain processing would allow us to harvest all of these resources. But we don't really need it. We're good on food production. The human has joined. Welcome, friend. By the way, I'm so unused to the notification sounds. Yesterday, when we were streaming the music, I got a new follower and I was like, what the heck is this random noise in the song I'm making? I don't remember putting that in there at all. I'll get used to it the more it happens, but for now it may take me a moment to figure out what's going on each time. Survived the winter, got 1 knowledge point, so we just need one more. One more to get to the next skill. Which I think will be archery. I mean, they both have to do with food. And really the only thing I get for this is bone polishing, and I believe that only unlocks a sickle and a knife. Let's see what we got. I might pawn off some food just because we have so much. And then maybe get just some random resources. Slotted in as a replacement. So that took us over. Okay, so they hunted that Megaloceros, and that gave us enough points. We're gonna do archery. So I'm gonna start archery, and I'm going to stop sling making. Because they're the same tool, it's just this one is slightly better. And then next we'll get the grain processing. But even though we gave up all that food, it didn't matter. There was still so much food waiting in the wings. We're doing good. That's dog friend, not a lion. And checking for threats. We're fine. Okay, so definitely the next skill point is going to be grain processing. That'll allow us to harvest new resources for food. And I believe it may also give us a new production item that'll allow us to process grains and turn them into bread. Cave lion attack again! Where's this cave lion? There it is. Why did it go into that tent? Yeah, these lions, they have a personal vendetta against our people. Like, they wake up every morning and the main thing on their mind is which villager's face am I gonna chew off next? And we're doing good on tent space. We have no knowledge points right now. Okay, the flint work area. Over there was exhausted. Oh, new human. New human was born. Gonna get... nope, that's stone. Need... place that there. I'm not really sure how we can help along the process of getting knowledge anymore. So we got one there for production of picks. They got one for hunting a boar. So let's see if there's any mammoths around. There's this stage in the game where the number of animals drastically drops because a lot of species are going extinct and they're not really being replaced by anything. Mammoths in particular become really hard to find, regardless if you hunt their population or not. So it looks like we're just in that stage where everything's becoming less abundant. One. New human was born. Well, that's good. I'm going to check our stream real quick, make sure we are up to date. And we're pretty close. Yeah, unfortunately we're at that stage where there's not a lot to do, there's not a lot that happens. And collecting knowledge is a rather slow process. So there's some flint over here. I think I'm going to place down a collection center for it. There's quite a bit. Since our people are already coming over here to hunt and stuff, it wouldn't be too much of a task, I think, to ask them to collect the flint. Just because our tools, a lot of our tools still require flint. New humans have joined the settlement, and we need to build a new tent. And again, once we get to 20 people, we'll get some more knowledge points. Here. Got a knowledge point for spear production. So it looks like we're still good on all our resources. Our sledges are still in good order. Our tent's now built, so the population is properly housed. We still need to gain some knowledge points. There's not a lot of workload. So we're in a good place all around. We've got plenty of bows now. Definitely doing great. Especially compared to all the starts that we've had to do in order to get here. We've got a trader here. I may go ahead and try to resource dump just so we can boost things along and the gameplay's not too boring for you guys to watch. We're just really going to throw everything we got at it. Don't need those slings anymore. Got better materials. We just need 25 more. And logs have really been devalued in the market. I remember when log was really important. Okay. That allows us to unlock grain processing. So now I can put down this mortar. And I'll put it kind of close here to the fire. Because this will allow us to produce flour, and that'll in turn allow us to produce bread. So now we've got that down, and that's one less thing we have to spend our points on here. I think I am going to go for pulse processing over stone polishing first. So that gives us a skill point as well. We don't have any pulses to, or not pulses, but grains to process right now because we haven't been harvesting them. Got a bunch of bulls just walking through. Coming by for a visit. And we've had a villager die of old age. We're still doing good on burial mounds. We don't need any more. Saw some mountain lions crossing over in the distance. So now, anytime I see a mountain lion, I'm going to think that they have it out for our villagers. We got a knowledge point for water collection and are surviving the winter point. Like a little star gold sticker at the top of our yearly report card. See, another friggin' cave lion attack. I knew it! I knew it! Okay, luckily all our people are safe. I knew it. I knew the moment they crossed over those hills that they were in trouble. Now, I believe rye and grains are harvested, yeah, in fall. So we won't actually see the fruits of our grain production until fall comes around. We're doing good on tent space. We're just 1 point away. We're so close. Workload's fine. Resources are good. Oh yay, hunted reindeer for the first time. Alright, we're going to get pulse process. So now we'll be able to harvest a new sword. Next we'll get the bone polishing, which is 7 points, and then we'll have to build up another bulk of 15 knowledge points in order to get the cereal domestication, which will allow us to go into the Neolithic period. New humans have joined the settlement, and we got 1 knowledge for hunting 10 Megaloceros. Got a harpoon knowledge point too. So we're doing good. And we still have plenty of space, so we're not going to worry with it. Good. Hold still. I'm going to wait till it goes back to port. Let's check this one, because they're pretty close in age. So we're still doing good on that. Got a knowledge point and a new human join the settlement. Got knowledge points for sticks and skin collection. And there's a storm coming. Let's just get the game speed back up. So we are pretty close to getting bone polishing already. Ooh, that lightning almost struck that villager. It was like 2 feet away. And that guy didn't even flinch. Anne was almost struck by lightning once, and she said it was a very harrowing experience. So the fact that that human did not even budge, amazing. Nerves of steel. So we got knowledge point for hunting 5 reindeer. So everything's going great. Hopefully we'll get that last knowledge point here soon. We've got a trader that's arrived. Let's see what they have to offer. They do have stone polishing, and it's at a pretty reasonable price. So let's go ahead and bargain for it. And that way we can just save up for the grain processing. So that's a little more than needed. Let's just get this down so it's even. So now we've got bone polishing. We've got 2 more resources. We've got a sickle, and so we can stop producing the biface, and we can also produce the flint knife. I'm also going to leave the bow knife, even though their stats are the same. It's just in case we run out of flint. Population reached 20. A new human was born. We got our knowledge points. So we're already really close to getting the next knowledge skill. And I don't believe there was any new buildings unlocked from that process. We do have 1 new building, and that's a storage, which I think we're going to get right here. Since it's fall now, they'll start collecting grains, and as a result, some of the grains will produce hay. And store them here, like that guy did just now. That helps get it out of our buildings, which we're doing okay on storage. A new human was born. We need a new tent. Let's just find a... Since this is gone now, let's bring this around like such, and then we'll connect to this circle. So now we're good at space again. Yeah, we've got 3 more slots, which I think is acceptable for now. Today, I decided we are going to cap it at 2 hours. There's some work to be done. Yeah, motion me down and so there's stuff we've got to work on after this video. But we are going to keep it a little shorter. Plus, it's been rather slow for you guys too. I don't want you to get too bored with this gameplay. Just the amount of waiting. Make sure we're at our high speed. Blizzard. So after this, we'll get our knowledge point at the end of winter. I don't believe that there's a lot we can do to try and boost it, unless we suddenly get a mammoth herd come through. And it doesn't look like there's any of those here. So, is what we're working with. Oh, we've got villagers that joined. 3 new ones, so we need a tent already. Okay. Let's get it placed down. I guess they just heard how nice our village was and decided to come by. Uh-oh, low on food. No. We don't have to be low on food. Now we need warm clothing. So that'll come with the food. So we're gonna set this male to be hunted. Let's see. On this side. I guess this is all we got. We'll hunt this old female as well. And we'll get one of these adult reindeer. Food traders here. We need warm clothing and food. So I guess food is good enough. We have this and a rock. So that'll help us ward off any starvation. Got a skill point for production there. Looks like a bunch of our prey escaped. I'm also going to get a new fishing area down. So we'll be able to fish from different places. And got our knowledge point, so we're close. We just need 2 more. We need to go ahead and take a look around and mark some things for hunting. Cave bear attack. Now the bears are after us? I guess they're getting as desperate for food as we are. Got killed by... No! No, my friend! Don't fight him alone! I guess he won. Don't worry, we're working on it. We know. We know that people don't have clothes. Or new people don't have clothes. Got a meat productions knowledge point there just now. So we're just one away. And our poor people, they're starving right now. So definitely these hunts were vital. Okay, we've got our new tent down. We're good on sledges. Let me check this one's status. They're a bit on the rough side, but I don't think it's close enough to warrant building more. Got a knowledge point for hunting 100 fish. So now we can go to our next section. So now we're in the next stage. We unlocked cereal domestication, which means we can now begin planting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and clear away some of these trees that aren't producing materials and make some space for some fields. So now we're going to make space for our fields, and then we'll be able to do some planting. Okay, so we're going to start here. And I think we'll try to do 3x3 fields where we can. I don't want to get rid of that tree because it produces food. Let's get this one cut down. We've had a villager die of old age. So he's going to the burial mound. Okay, now we can get barley down. Okay. So it says we're still low on food. I don't want to attack those rhinos. Don't want to attack those cave lions, definitely. They've already got it out for us as it is. Don't want to fight bears. I don't want to send my people all the way to the other lake either. There's some deer over here that I'm going to try and get a deer from. So definitely a lot of our food now is going to be coming from field production. The hunting is going to get harder and harder. 100 deer got our first knowledge point. It's still 7 to research all these. So there hasn't been another increase of points required. I think we are going to focus on getting thatching next, just because this unlocks a lot of buildings for us. New upgrades for our huts and storage areas, for example, new structures, and so on and so forth. I think we'll go ahead and get a third fishing site down. Down here. We've had another villager die of old age. Again, we have plenty of space. Humans have joined the settlement. Population reached 25. I didn't deserve that because our villager died at the cusp of that, I guess. But we'll accept the knowledge points. Yes, I'm well aware we're low on food. So they're collecting some of the natural resources around. I need to find things to hunt for pelts. So, what's this? A woolly rhino died right next to us and no one bothered to try and go harvest it. Okay, we're going to hunt that woolly rhino. We're going to get this cave lion that just died over here. And I think that'll be a good start. That'll give us meat. 2 of the bodies are already dead, so they won't waste us any people or power. Okay, the rhino went down pretty well. And it gave us plenty of meat to work with. And hopefully that'll give us enough pelts to make sure all our people have clothing. So yeah, that gave us 9 pelts total with all those combined. So that's good. We'll start getting those dried and then processed into clothing. We're just one article away from having everyone clothes for the winter. We're still going to need to get another set of hunting underway, just because we do not have enough food. So there's another woolly rhino. We're also gonna hunt this bear. We're having to go pretty far from our village to do these, and that's not ideal in the winter because your people can freeze to death if they're too far away from their tent. But we need the food. Another freaking cave lion attack. Oh, okay, it already ended. It already ended. I forgot we had set hunting parties out that way. But nice, that gives us plenty of resources. Oh, our poor dog died. Our poor dog friend. Okay, that guy's running away, but luckily he's got some backup. Our poor puppers, another one died. Two of our friends died in that attack. Raider has arrived. They have thatching as a resource. I can trade these leftover summer outfits. We'll make more. I don't think we have enough because it is such a bulky expense. But they have bread. And we do need food. Whoop, get that out of here. We can trade for that. So now we've got bread to kind of help pad out the hunger. Okay, we're going for the woolly rhino again. Luckily we were able to take him down this time. This reindeer has lowered health already, so we're gonna set him to be hunted. He is super close to being dead anyway. That rhino died quite a bit away. Our sledges are in bad shape, so let's go ahead and get 2 more built. Waiting in the wings. Just because those other ones are going to expire soon. So we hunted a bear. And we're just... Oh, one of our villagers died of hypothermia. This is why it's not good for them to hunt too far away. But unfortunately it's what we needed in order to ensure people had food. I'm sorry, Larger. You survived the virus only to die the cold. Yeah, a lot of these poor villagers are gonna die out here just because they were so far away when that blizzard struck. We're going to need more burial mounds. Unfortunately, that's not something you want to have on your conscience. So let's get our second round. I'll have it there. Yeah, people are going to be really unhappy for a while just because so many of our villagers have died. And unfortunately, with that rhino having been so far away, I don't even know if those resources are going to last. That guy decided to carry the one unit instead of pulling his sledge back. Okay, we have enough points to research something new. So let's go ahead and get that started before we wrap up. We're going to get the thatching. And what this allows us to do is build huts. A new storage hut, a specific kind of storage for grain. And that's it as far as those go. We also have a new work area for collecting mud. We're going to get that down along our bank. And what we can do is we can set some of these to be upgraded. So since we're doing so good on tent space, I think I'm going to upgrade our storage huts first and foremost. And as you can see, the villagers are now planting in the fields our grains that will be harvested in the fall. So that'll help us with the hunger, especially during the winter times. This will also help us move away from collecting skins as a building resource. And that's going to be really important as hunting becomes harder. They have to deconstruct the old storage tents, and then start building the new. So now we're just waiting on mud. Okay. And I think that's a good place to leave it here for today. We'll just go ahead and quickly save our progress. Okay. And so that's where we'll end it. So thank you everyone for stopping by and watching us today. We're going to end it here for now. Tomorrow we will be playing Surviving Mars, so maybe come by and check us out. But until then, have fun, space friends, and we'll see you in the next stream.